Survive. Big angle slam in the center of the ring. And knocking the breath out of Chase Magnum. You can see him struggling for air.
But both men struggling to get to their feet here. The referee started a count. This crowd's definitely behind Chase Magnum. Both men getting back up to their feet.
Clint driving Jason to the corner, looking to knock the wind out of him even more. And a little bit of a headbutt for good measure.
Corporate Clint now, Chase Magnum up on the top rope. Trying to wear him down. This seems like a fairly big high offense move from Corporate Clint.
Don't like the look of this.
You don't want to be up there with a man like Chase Magnum.
Oh, big fall from grace for Corporate Clint. Big leaping knees to the chest. He's got a cover on. Again, just a 2 count. How's Clint managing to stay in there?
Well, that's what I'm saying, Trent. You man like Chase Magnum, you don't want him up on the top rope. I don't know what Corporate Clint's thinking. Don't put him up on the top rope. That's where he likes to be. That's where he wants to be.
That's where he thrives. We've got a bit of a chokehold here applied by Corporate Clint. Chase Magnum already struggling for breath before. Is this what's going to finish it? He's choking him out. Middle of the ring,
the referee's right in there. I'm not sure it's a choke. It might be more of a sleeper hold. The referee checking Chase Magnum now.
He's holding in there. You saw the fist clenched. He's just lowered it. No.
What's happened?
The bell has been rung.
The referee's called it.
That was a heck of a match between the dirt poor luchador Chase Magnum and the leader of the Clinties, Corporate Clint. I'm now accompanied by Chase Magnum.
Magnum! No one cares about Magnum. The broke luchador made the poor decision to get in a match with Corporate Clint. Where in front of all the Clinties out there, I showed him I'm a better luchador wrestler. And I gave him the most valuable thing he could ever achieve in wrestling. And that's becoming a corporate acquisition. Satisfying! Ha ha ha!
Thunderstruck! Thunderstruck! Yeah, 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 Thunderstruck! Ooh, Thunderstruck! Now we seen at the knees. Could I come again?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 10th episode of ACW Thunderstruck, home of some of the hardest hitting and most highest flying wrestling coming out of Australia.
Yeah, first up in this episode, we see Corporate Clint and Chase Magnum in a big rematch.
That's right, after their first bout, Corporate Clint looked to make Chase Magnum a corporate acquisition, but the dirt poor luchador is going to make sure that doesn't happen.
And straight after that, the new ACW Evolve champion, James Kray, will defend his title against Acid Haze.
That's right, Acid Haze stepping up and accepting James Kray's open challenge.
Make sure you hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss any future content from ACW.
Let's get into the action.
Chase Magnum here up against Corporate Clint in their rematch.
Behind the ref's back, Corporate Clint using his sign and just, oh no, I'll put it outside, but the ref doesn't seem to realize Chase Magnum's been
match
struck.
hadn't even started.
Well, the match just begun, the bell just rang, and now Corporate Clint immediately on the offense after striking Chase Magnum. Chase Magnum, the dirt poor luchador, evading Corporate Clint's moves. He's had time to study Corporate Clint's moveset, and after the last bout as well, he would know what Corporate Clint gets up to in the ring. Chase Magnum has had a bit of a losing streak in ACW. He has yet to win a match. He's still young in his career, but in his multitude of matches, he has not managed to pick up a victory. And last time these two came face to face, Corporate Clint put him away with a sleeper hold.
Yeah, and as a result of that, Corporate Clint claiming that Chase Magnum is a corporate acquisition, as he puts it. Chase Magnum not having any of that, and he wants to prove that by picking up a victory here tonight.
The Dirt Poor Luchador, an impressive, skilled athlete, but it's got to be weighing on his mind that he is just unable to pick up the win. He can't put any of his opponents down, and he had that opportunity in the ladder match as well, where this all began, the Rise to Glory ladder match, where these two seem to just get under each other's skin, continuously targeting each other, and that has led to this point now.
Yeah, that's right. As you said, this started in the ladder match. Corporate Clint claiming that Chase Magnum cost him the win in that ladder match, and that's how this feud started. And talking about the losing streak of Chase Magnum, that's got to be getting into his head, Trent.
No doubt.
That's got to be playing on his mind. After all this time, he must be thinking, what do I have to do to pick up a victory here?
An impressive swinging neck breaker followed up by a standing moonsault by Chase Magnum. This kid's got a lot in his arsenal, and he's taking it to Corporate Clint right now, but Clint managing to fight back.
Corporate Clint definitely thinks he's better than everyone else. We've spoken about that.
Indeed.
We've spoken about the corporate attitude. We've spoken about the cryptocurrency, all of those things that Corporate Clint has going for him.
And not only does he tell the audience, but he tells all of his opponents that he's better. And honestly, like, his opponents, I don't understand how he doesn't have more enemies, especially with crypto. That is a very dangerous market to get involved in.
Well, I think we've mentioned, I don't even know how real this crypto is.
I don't know how real his crypto is, but doesn't matter at this point. Chase Magnum has studied Corporate Clint. He knows his moveset. And now what he's doing on his shoulders here, rolling into a roll up.
Only a 2 count.
Chase Magnum in the corner now. Swinging around, clubbing him in the back of the head. Chase onto the second rope. Caught by Corporate Clint, looking to slingshot him perhaps, or maybe into a submission.
Yeah, it looks like he's trying to roll him over into a submission. He's got that locked in. I don't know if he's quite got it locked in properly, but he's got it locked in nonetheless. The referee in there asking Chase Magnum, do you want to give it up? And Chase Magnum says, no, I do not.
The heart and soul of the young man. He doesn't give up easy. It takes a lot to take out Chase Magnum. He's able to reverse it into a cover. And another pin by Corporate Clint. Neither man giving up in this match.
Chase Magnum struggled to kick out with all of that weight from Corporate Clint on top of him.
That's right, the size difference here. Corporate Clint, tall man. Chase Magnum is unfortunately just a little bit undersized here when dealing with a man like Corporate Clint. Getting him in some sort of abdominal stretch. Here it is. Locked in.
He has got it locked in. And while the ref's not looking, he's using the ropes to his advantage. Is he going to do that again? Look, watch this, Trent. Watch this. So the referee gets in there to ask Chase if he wants to give it up. And Corporate Clint there uses the ropes to get extra leverage.
Corporate Clint knows how to use the ring to his advantage. And you got to think, if Corporate Clint is able to knock off Chase Magnum for a second time, will this make Chase a corporate acquisition officially?
Oh, and the ref's caught him this time. Corporate Clint holding on too long to the ropes. The ref saying, no, you cannot do that. Now Corporate Clint arguing about it with the referee. I wouldn't be doing that if I was Corporate Clint. You don't want to be arguing with the official like that. Not only can the official disqualify you, but it takes your mind off of the match, as we've just seen.
I see you're too busy arguing with the ref, trying to justify your point. giving Chase Magnum enough time to recover and get out of the way of that move. And then Chase Magnum splash in the corner. Clothesline. He doesn't want to be a corporate acquisition here today. He doesn't want to be under the tutelage of a man like Corporate Clint. He'd rather stay a dirt poor luchador than have to deal with Corporate Clint and his dealings.
Chase Magnum now with Corporate Clint over the ropes. Was he going for 619? Chase Magnum certainly appears to have picked up the upper hand here in this match. Big dive off of the corner.
Cross body, almost had him in a pin, rolls back to it. Just a 2
he gets
count.
the 2 count. You've got to wonder, Trent, if he'd have been able to hook the leg and get that roll up straight on, would he have got the 3?
Perhaps, if he was able to stay in place, keep the pin locked in. Chase shoving him into the corner. Gets him up for a massive body drop into the center of the ring.
And we're talking about that side. A kick out by Chase Magnum. We were talking about that size difference there, Trent. Look at that. 3, 4, 5 moves from Chase Magnum to make the same amount of damage to Corporate Clint that Corporate Clint can put into Chase Magnum in only 1 or 2 moves.
That's right. And they're looking to capitalize and win with a sleeper hold just like he did last time. But Chase, he's trying to reach for the ropes. He's trying to get out of it.
Trying to fight his way out.
Has he learned from last time? He's elbowing him into the stomach now. And he's got out of it. It's worked this time. Off the ropes. Clint trying to apply the sleeper hold once again.
And it looks like he's really got it locked in now, Trent.
Wrenching in the sleeper. Chase is starting to fade.
This is smart from Corporate Clint. Apply the pressure. Cut off the blood supply.
Reversal by Chase Magnum.
Into a cover.
That was a 3?
Was that a 3?
That was a 3
Calling
count.
for the bell.
Chase Magnum has picked up a victory in ACW.
Goodness me, that was so quick I almost didn't see it, but Chase Magnum picks up his first win here at ACW.
Incredible. Congratulations, Chase.
Ladies and gentlemen, a terrific outcome for the dirt poor luchador, Chase Magnum. Buddy, congratulations. Finally picking up a victory in ACW. How do you feel finally toppling Corporate Clint?
How do I feel? Let me tell you how I feel. Magnum got paid.
Wonderful. I'm very happy for you, mate. Congratulations. Is this the beginning?
Everyone's always telling me, Magnum, you better eat a sandwich. But that's the problem. I never had one. Well, look at me now, guys. Look at me now. Corporate Clint, if you want any of this, just come find me. You can find me. I'm so hungry. I haven't eaten so long. I'm sorry.
No, you're okay. You're
There we
all right.
go.
It's all right. Take your time. Thank you very much.
Who's that, Riley? Oh. Decline. Oh my god. He's still bothering you. It's incessive. Another one. Oh my god. He just was like, not stop, man. Like, it is. Are you serious? Serious. On the money. Oh. Like, this is just ridiculous. Oh my god. Don't know how you're coping with it, Riley. Honestly. Oh my god, like. That's ridiculous. Ugh. I think he's a bit obsessed. Meeting declined. Meeting declined. No, that's good. No. Oh my god. The audacity of this man.
Open challenge here for the ACW Evolve Championship. James Kray's first title defence against Acid Haze.
Acid Haze, champion throughout South Australia, won multiple titles in this industry. He's now looking to claim the Evolve Championship, added to his repertoire. And this is in fact his debut on ACW Thunderstruck. Acid Haze, almost a veteran of the industry, had a lot of experience, as does James Kray. Both of them very technical. Acid, a bit more of a brawler, I'd like to say. James, a bit more of a technical mat technician. He is worthy of being an ACW Evolve champion, but I have to say, not too sure about the circumstances of his victory. We saw it here on Thunderstruck, the way he won the ACW Evolve Championship against Malachi Slick. Decisive victory, no doubt, but a bit of a mean streak coming out from James Kray here, and everyone's noticed it, the fans have noticed it, but it has led him to championship glory.
Yeah, certainly James Kray with a different attitude than what we've seen previously, but it seems to have worked for him, and he's picked up the Evolve Championship from Malachi Slick.
He's got a bit of prestige to his attitude. He likes to see himself as above others, and for a while there, it was understandable with his technical ability, with his skills in the ring. It was honorable. It was something to be proud of. And just lately, though, something's changed, and it is just not the same. And now Acid Haze here looking to go for a test of strength, but just then, offering a test of strength was Acid Haze, and James Kray instead going for a chop to the throat.
Yeah, that's exactly that new attitude that we're talking about. The old James Kray would have accepted the test of strength challenge. The new James Kray sees an opportunity to take advantage of a lapse of concentration there from Acid Haze.
He calls himself a lion, and he invites anyone to come and challenge him in his jungle. I don't really know if this is a lion mentality, but he's a vicious wrestler no matter what. Clubbing elbows to the neck of Acid Haze.
Not only that, but almost taunting the crowd with it, I would say, Trent.
He's talking smack to them indeed. He's letting everyone know who's boss now, who's the champion.
He certainly is. And as you said, Trent, debut here of Acid Haze on ACW Thunderstruck, but we've seen Acid Haze here in ACW previously. Previously, he was involved in a series of matches with Simon, and at one stage, Acid Haze even thought that he'd beat Simon for that Estonian championship that Simon so proudly walks around with. James Kray with the pin, only able to get the two. As I was saying, that Estonian championship that Simon's so proud of that he bestowed upon himself, seemingly, only to find out that in some so-called stipulations, the belt can only be defended at the Estonian Hall, one of ACW's premium event venues.
That's right, and he had the win. Acid Haze defeated Simon in that match, but didn't claim the Estonian Championship. Perhaps that's why he was the first one to bite at the Open Challenge. He feels he deserves to be a champion. He technically should have won a championship, whether official or not. So, an understandable reasoning for why Acid Haze is the first one out here to accept the Open Challenge from James Kray.
James Kray with the early advantage here on Acid Haze, though.
And look at this. He's performing a very familiar maneuver, twisting the neck. That's the exact thing he did to Malachi towards the end of their bout when he picked up the Evolve Championship.
I'm not sure this taunting the crowd is really what James Kray should be doing, though.
It's very unfamiliar, very different attitude from him, and he's doing it again. He just doesn't care. He just wants to inflict pain and punishment.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking about an aggressive attitude, a newly aggressive attitude from James Kray, but I think we're starting to see a bit of a hint of a cocky attitude from James Kray as well.
That's right, and a fisherman suplex only getting the 2 count here. He's telling the referee it should have been a 3.
Well, the referee was right in there to make that count. There's no issue with the referee's count there.
Acid Haze is frustrated. He's trying to get himself back into the game. And again, James Kray just taunting him now. Shoving him around. He just doesn't care. He's lost all of his respect. I don't know what happened. I don't know if something happened while he was away in Japan, if he found a new attitude while he was off fighting himself. But I guess everything that happened while he was away, everything that happened with Malachi, has just caused him to snap. He has lost his respect for all of his opponents.
That's what I was going to say. You talked about James Kray going to Japan and seemingly coming back from Japan with a new attitude. But in my opinion, this all started way back when James Kray first challenged Malachi Slick for the ACW Evolve Championship, picked up that unfortunate injury in the match that was seemingly no one's fault. At that time, if you recall though, James Kray blamed Malachi Slick for that injury.
That's right, it was an injury. Injuries like that can happen out of nowhere, but he puts the blame solely on Malachi. Whether deserving or not, I personally do not believe it is deserving to be put the blame on Malachi.
I agree. I don't think that Malachi Slick deserved the blame that he received from James Kray, but in my opinion, that's when James Kray's attitude started to change.
And Acid Haze here. Double arm DDT to James Kray. This could be it. Could we have a new Evolve champion?
Only a 2 count. Really, haven't seen very much offense from Acid Haze in this match at all.
But
until now, James Kray has been firmly in control.
He has, but whenever Acid has been able to hit a few maneuvers, he's made them all count.
He certainly has.
That DDT flattening James Kray. Perhaps I'm not expecting it.
James Kray struggling to get to his feet. Is Acid Haze going to take full advantage of that, though?
I think he's looking for a curb stomp.
If he hits that curb stomp, this could be over. We could have a new ACW Evolve champion.
He goes for it. James gets out of the way. Michinoku driver.
And it almost looked like James Kray was waiting for that curb stomp, was waiting for the opportune moment to move out of the way and take advantage.
And a massive clubbing forearm to the back of the head.
And James Kray says, that's it, this match is over.
Picks Acid Haze up. And that could be it.
I think that is it.
That's a 3 count.
James Kray retains the ACW Evolve Championship.
Congratulations, James Kray.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still ACW Evolve Champion, James Kray. Ladies and gentlemen, defense number 1. And as much as Acid valiantly fought for this, he's now officially been welcomed into my jungle. So, with that being said, I would like to know who's next. I want to see which brave soul is willing to step into my jungle, try and take my crown. So, Mr. Production Man, what's going on, mate? So we're out here again, and you've got the Evolve Championship, and you're issuing open challenges, I hear. How about, listen out, how about
Evolved goes back after the Evolve Championship like I should! Listen to them, you know they want me as the Evolve Champion. Because that will be your sick twist of events! Your turn.
No. Because apparently you haven't learned your lesson still. So please elaborate why someone who's too stubborn to learn the lesson should have another shot.
Lessons, eh? You want to talk about lessons? I learnt a real big lesson about myself this week, mate. And it come off the back of you trying to threaten me not to go back after my championship. See, I had my life threatened this week, and I learned something from that you're about to. I will not run! I will stand, and I will be fully evolved.
No. Both of you applaud that or cheer.
They want it, mate. You know they do.
But that's the problem. Your last words. Fully evolved. I thought I beat that out of you. I thought you would have learned your lesson when I left you a heap in the middle of this ring with me holding this above your broken body. Do you know what I hoped when I started this open challenge? I hoped that some new student coming fresh out of the academy who wants a crack at the big time would step up. I was hoping some up-and-comer from either Victoria, New South Wales, Western Australia would play on that street. Hell, you know what? I was hoping I'd get the jackpot and I'd get Tucker to send one of these students down from Japan to try and take that. But seeing as you don't want to learn your lesson, maybe verbal will be the last time that you learn it. Because here's the thing, Malachi, you were never fully evolved, and you never will be.
James Kray successful in his title defence there against Acid Haze, Trent, but definitely no love lost between him and Malachi Slick.
That's right, Malachi looking to come back and reclaim the ACW Evolve Championship. I reckon you need to do something about that, Nick. They're after each other's throats.
You're absolutely right, Trent, and I tell you what, in the next episode of ACW Thunderstruck, those two men will meet in the ring and they will settle this once and for all.
Make sure you subscribe to ACW on YouTube so you don't miss out on that rematch.